Anybody here like auto racing? Yes. Good, me too. I grew up down the road from Watkins Glen up in New York State, watching my heroes in Formula One compete from the time I was 6 years old. I built a career in professional auto racing with General Motors, taking Oldsmobile to the Indianapolis 500 and taking Cadillac to Le Mans. And then I came here as an executive with the Grand Am organization, which is today IMSA, part of the NASCAR family of companies. And my passion for racing is the reason why I'm here for tonight. Racing is in a period of decline. Viewership is down, attendance is down at the racetracks, and it's not just our beloved NASCAR. It's Formula One, it's IndyCar, it's sports cars. It's all across the board. There's lots of theories as to why. Maybe kids today don't love cars the way my generation did or the way your generation did. Maybe it's because there's too much competition on television, or YouTube is too much competition for television. But whatever the reasons are, we know that the executives around the world are doing everything that they can to mitigate those problems. There's investments in the cars, there's changes in the technology, they're trying. There's definitely, changes with the venues and even with the sponsors. But maybe, just maybe, there's something else. In stick and ball sports, we see the athlete. We see their movements. We see their hands, their feet. We see their face. We see their ups, their downs, their anger. We see all of it, their sweat. Humans respond to humans. The cameraman is always taught to get the close-up. We get constant replays. We see everything about it. And that's really a big connection for us as humans. It's a game of inches, and we can see the inch. We can see their body control, their balance. We even ridicule the college player that can't quite do it, that we know isn't going to make it in the pros. How dare we? But we can see all of that. And finally, we can see excellence. The quarterback that always manages to make just the right throw. The point guard that always drains the three. The soccer player who can make 3 moves and leave the defender standing there like a fool. We see those things. They're evident to our eyes. What about the racing driver? Before the race, they are so cool. We love the pre-race interview. We love the pit walk and the driver introductions. And if we're lucky, the camera will stay on for a post-race interview. But when they're doing their thing, when they're performing, we see nothing. They're wrapped in Nomex, they've got a helmet on, and in most cases, they're completely wrapped inside of a racing car. What makes the best driver the best? Maybe it's because one can apply more consistent pressure to the brake pedal. Maybe it's because another one can handle a little bit more side slip in the tires. But can you see that? Can you connect with that? It's a lot more difficult. What's changed? In the 1970s, a Formula One car would lock the brakes. The driver would slide sideways. In NASCAR, in that period, the cars would slide sideways. Sometimes there'd be smoke pouring off the right rear tire. Raw emotion, evident for all to see. What else has changed? Tire technology. The bias ply tires, now today we've got perfect radials. Aerodynamics are so much more advanced. And with cross-pollination, every team is full of engineers. So bright, so excellent. What can make the distinction? Clearly there must be something about racing that we love. If we're at the track, the cars spit fire, they spit sparks. The smell of hot oil, hot exhaust, hot brakes. It's compelling. But on TV, it doesn't quite translate the same. There have been periods of intense emotion in racing. 1979, the fight between Cale Yarborough and David Pearson. Senna and Prost at turn 1 in Suzuka, 2 years in a row, taking each other out. These things have happened, but they're not as prevalent. So maybe there's something there with technology. Maybe we can get some more data out of the cars. Maybe we can somehow try to connect more with the race. Would we appreciate that? What if we could connect with the driver's emotion during the race? What if we could hear from the driver? Hear their exasperation, hear their frustration. Not the commentators. I don't want to hear their stories. I want to hear from the driver. I want to feel that real time. You think the sponsors would be able to stand it? What if there was profanity? Yes. Would a 5-second delay give the producer enough control, enough sense of control to keep the TV broadcast going? Could it ever happen? We know that traditional marketing, we look at the television, and now everybody's aware of the second screen experience, the laptop, the phone. But what data should come across? Is it engineering data like this? That stuff is for me, but it's not the same emotional connection. Think back to stick and ball sports. We can hear on the sideline, we can hear the crack. We can hear the people grunting and yelling. The basketball timeout when the coach is sketching out the next play, that's real, that's raw. It's always there. This is the state of the art in racing right now. NASCAR Race View, Formula One and IndyCar have an app. Beautiful data streaming out of the car real time, but tell me something. Is there anything emotional that you see there? Is there anything human? How do we connect with that? There's no drama. Could there be more? Thank you very much.